It's great to be here. John's done coughing. We're ready to roll. And this episode is brought to you by Apologies. I just need to apologize quickly for my snap stories over the weekend. It got a little out of control. Let's just say, the boy had a few too many drinks. He was trying to impress all the lax women he was with. So it just got out of control, and the snap stories didn't stop. So I apologize for that. That was record breaking. I'll keep it under control from now on. May just delete Snapchat in general. Kind of done with that app. It's bad now. John's fist pumping in the background. Are you okay, John?
The Canes are forcing 7. We'll see
Okay.
you in Washington. Storm warning, storm surge. Take flight, take storm, take notice. I don't know what they're saying. Is this one of those? Or a variation?
Should we tell them where they can see us?
One of the above. I wouldn't say all the above. If I'm on a test, I'm going to go say it's one of the above. I wouldn't circle all the above. Leave that one alone. You can leave that one alone.
Can I read the plug now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta get everyone fired up real quick.
So, as always, we're on Twitter at 7th Podcast. I know. IG at 7th Rounders Pod. And our latest episodes can be streamed on Spotify and Apple Podcasts at 7th Rounders Podcast. Again, that is the number 7 followed by TH Rounders Podcast. Connor, how are you doing this brilliant evening? Beautiful evening in Columbus. I don't know about New York City or Charlotte. How's the weather there?
It was nice today. It was pretty warm. Rained a little bit, but I just had a great idea. We should really get someone famous to read our plug. I think that'd really increase listening-ship. So that's something I'm going to throw out there.
I have a buddy by the name of Morgan Freeman. I know he listens.
I
see what I can do.
I feel like it's more of a Don Cheadle plug. I don't know why, but I've seen Don Cheadle in a lot of stuff lately. That'd be great.
Or Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf. When's the last time he was in a movie?
Transformers. God, I miss him.
Serbia. Anyways, what do we got going on in the news today?
We got news, baby. So, there was 2 of them. I had one all ready to go, and then something else came out of nowhere. But I'll go with the original one. So Russell Wilson, he got that big $140 million contract, and he's feeling generous this time of year. It's April. Good mood. He's feeling generous. He bought each of his O-linemen $12,000 worth of Amazon stock yesterday. And that's a total of 13 linemen. So you can do the math there. I'm not good with that sort of stuff.
I got a question on that. As a lineman, would you rather get like one of the cool gifts, like a TV or like an ATV or if we're talking and we're being honest, financially, the 12K stock in Amazon, great idea. But I don't know how I feel as a lineman if my quarterback's like, here's your $12,000 in Amazon.
See, if I'm a rook and, don't have a huge contract or whatever, I would appreciate the stock. But if I'm a vet that's already set for life, I'd be like, I want a fucking 4-wheeler, dude.
I'll be honest. I'm taking the stock. Chad, have a little financial fortitude. Is that a word?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Applicable word is what I'm trying to say.
Stop trying to sound smart, though. But go ahead.
That's all I got.
Oh, okay.
I'll be honest.
That was awkward. That's all I got. I just thought it was neat that he's just hooking the boys up. And honestly, haven't they, for the last, 4 or 5 years, been one of the worst units in the league?
The Dallas Stars have tied the game at 1. A beautifully executed 3-on-1 ends in a goal.
Well,
I don't love it personally.
I don't know if buying this guy. I don't know if buying Amazon stock's going to make me want to block better, if we're being honest.
What would make you want to block better? What's an ideal gift for a big offensive lineman?
Diversify your portfolio. These guys should be thrilled about it.
Get me like a $300 gift card to Texas Roadhouse.
We might be accepting applications for a financial analyst now. Now that after this conversation, Connor.
What can that 13K grow to in 2 years? That's what we need to know. I'm a short-term kind of guy. I'm just looking. It's an Amazon stock, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't. It literally, the Amazon stock just stays the same because they literally run the world at this point. So they own money, right?
Shout out to Amazon, our main sponsor.
Back in the day, I was worried that Apple was gonna. Who? All right, here's a new segment. Who will get there first is the name of it in terms of taking over the world. Amazon or Apple?
Facebook.
No. Not with Zuckerberg.
It's gonna be Amazon. Jeff Bezos is an alien. Look at his head, dude.
You know who's sleeping? Google. Don't forget about Google.
Yeah, but Jeff Bezos, if anyone's an alien implant in our society right now, it's Jeff Bezos.
You saw the picture of the balloon with all the drones flying out of it?
Yeah, scared the hell out of me.
I had to change my pants after.
Big sleeper.
I mean, that is horrifying.
Boys, I got a big sleeper. Big sleeper for taking over the world. IKEA. Just watch. They could be a late round pick that slides up draft boards night before. IKEA. Just watch out.
We will be talking about the NFL draft tonight in 3 days, so a little bonus action there. IKEA, they make the hardest furniture to put together in the entire world.
And in terms of killers, I would stack them right up there with asbestos, a silent killer.
Why are we so off track already?
They don't want you to know that they're like onto you. You know, IKEA's out there. They're drifting behind. They're lurking behind. They missed the school bus, you could say. They're just lurking back there.
They're a poor man's Staples.
No,
rich man's
that's
Staples.
not even like the same. Staples doesn't sell furniture.
All right, we need
People
someone
are sleeping. Anyways.
Yeah. Focus.
We got some news out of Sacramento. Some sad news involving head coach Luke Walton.
But
I kind of knew he was a creep. I really did have a feeling, but you want to tell us about it?
Oh, I gotta do this. So my new head coach, Lukey Waltz, honestly I was pissed they fired Dave Yeager because he was great for them last year. But Lukey Walton is in there, and it just came out like 5 minutes ago that he is being investigated for sexual assault. Obviously unacceptable. You know, we talked about this a couple of episodes ago with Porzingis. Very sad to hear, and something we'll monitor. Obviously, nothing official yet. We're still waiting on a statement from the Kings and Luke himself, but we'll keep the folks at home updated.
I almost wish these stories wouldn't come out until the entire matter had been resolved. Obviously, that's hard to do with social media these days. But I just feel like there's so much speculation. You know, and you never know what side to believe. Half the guys are guilty, half the guys are innocent, it feels like. So I wish they could somehow just wait till it was all said and done. I know it's not a perfect world. That's my 2 cents for the day. In other news, my Dukies just keep getting richer. They added 4-star forward Cassius Stanley, not to be confused with Cassius Winston, Chad. They added Cassius Stanley, a 4-star recruit, number 29 overall in the ESPN Top 100. They're stacked again. They already have Vernon Carey Jr. at number 4, Matthew Hurt at number 8. Keep an eye on him. He's going to be the next J.J. Redick. Not in terms of how he plays, but people are going to hate him. He's just one of those Duke players. Keep an eye out for him. And then they rounded out the class with Boogie Ellis at number 32. So they'll be stacked again next year with Trey Jones coming back. I'm excited. We got to get some titles, though. I mean, Coach K, year after year, we have the best team on paper. We can't get it done. So I'm going to put him on the hot seat a little bit. He's not actually on the hot seat because I don't think it's possible for him to get fired. But I'm going to put a little pressure on this year. Duke's got to win a national championship.
I really hope not.
That'll
live
actually
for
make
Duke
me
going
angry.
out in the Sweet 16. I hope it happens again. Just give them a little bit of a taste and win the first 2 games and then just heartbreak. Chad, doesn't that sound beautiful?
It did. You know what I really want is a Pac-12 team to win the national championship.
Oh, my God.
I mean, Oregon, I could get behind them.
Listen, if a Pac-12 team
Just
wins
Luke
the championship, the Pac-12 team wins the championship, I will find a way to blow out every satellite in the world so no one can watch basketball again.
Wow, you heard it here first. We may need to find Connor help. A lot of anger in the veins.
Speaking of Pac-12, though, Shaquille O'Neal's son, Sharif, will be playing this year for UCLA, so that's something exciting to keep an eye on.
UCLA. Where are they now? What happened to them? Russell Westbrook, Kevin Love days. You know what? UCLA, back when NCAA basketball, the EA Sports game was a thing, back on the original Xbox, then the 360.
They were elite.
No, definitely just the
PS2.
360.
PS2, maybe.
I use the 360. Dude, UCLA was my team. Syracuse, I loved it. I think I might have been Johnny Flynn era. That guy could shoot the ball. He's good.
Johnny Flynn, Rick
He did
Jackson.
not. Quick, spontaneous. What are your 4 pillars? We'll say. Shout out my dad. Of Syracuse basketball players all time. Chad.
4 pillars.
All time or in our lifetime?
In our lifetime.
In our life.
In our
Okay.
lifetime.
Cool.
I don't even
And
like.
then Connor, you give me Duke.
I get to the point where Melo's our lifetime, but he's so like we were like 7 years old.
You can count them. It's your call, man.
All right.
You have the floor. You make the rules.
I'll go Melo.
Wow.
I'll go Rick Jackson, CJ Fair, and
Fair.
Johnny Flynn.
Wow.
With a close a sleeper being Jeremy Grant, OKC guy. I love myself some Jeremy Grant.
I'm doing Syracuse too, but I'm gonna let Connor go first.
No, I think we should do yours first, and then we'll switch teams.
All right. So Syracuse, my dogs, obviously grew up liking them. How did you miss Jerry McNamara, Chad?
Yeah, I was thinking about Christoph Ojanot.
Yo, better yet,
Oh,
I'm gonna
man.
give you my 4 least favorite Syracuse players.
I like
All
that.
right, you
I
can do
like
that.
that.
You can do that. All right. So yeah, Jerry McNamara. Gotta give it to him. I want to say it, but I can't. Right? But I'm
Trevor
going
Cooney.
to.
You're gonna say Trevor.
No. I was gonna say Andy Routens.
Oh yes.
I actually
I don't
liked
think I ever
Routens.
saw him miss a 3. I don't think I ever saw him miss a 3.
Lifetime
I actually
100% 3-point shooter.
Wait,
at
are we
Syracuse.
doing favorite players or best players? Favorite players?
You said your
did
4
say-
pillars. There's no
Yeah.
qualifications. It's
All
just
right,
your 4
perfect.
pillars.
That's right. We make the rules. All right, so these are my favorite players. Give me Paul Harris. That's a linebacker playing shooting guard. Paul Harris back in the day was electric. And I'll take CJ Fair as well. He had the sweetest little lefty jumper I've seen in person.
Yo, never forget CJ Fair gave us the all-time best Boeheim moment. That game at Cameron was something else.
Oh yeah.
It was I can say it now. It was a block. Rodney Hood, it was a block. Jim Boeheim, though, that was awesome. My 4 least favorite Syracuse players of all time. Number 1, it's like literally him, and then there's a huge drop off. Number 1 is Trevor Cooney. Without a doubt. You said you never seen Andy Routens miss a 3. I don't think I ever saw Cooney make a 3.
Dude, he was kind of nice. He kind of was nice.
Junior and senior year, he was
All I'm saying is
garbage.
don't you dare let Cooney get hot. Not from behind the arc, dude.
Garbage.
Spells trouble.
Powers. What about Terrence Roberts? Remember
Dude,
when he
he's my
farted on
number
me?
2. He's my number 2, Terrence Roberts. It's hard to describe. He's kind of a nice guy, but such a dick.
Tell him the story.
With you, you're going to have to tell him that.
Okay.
Not
I'll do
right
that
now,
right
though.
now.
Oh,
No,
you
not
want to know right now?
Yeah, I'll do it right now. He was a camp counselor back when me, Powers, and Dave went to Syracuse basketball camp, and we were actually eating lunch with him and Coach Whitney. Shout out Eli Whitney. And Terrence calls me over, and he says, "Son, you know what blank is?" I don't know. I really don't want to say it on the air. And I'm like, I gave him one of. You can like use your imagination. He said, "You know what butt is?" And I kind of gave him the look like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, and he started laughing. He's like, "You don't know what blah, blah, blah is." This is a really hard story to tell because I don't want to say the word. And then he pulls me over, gives me a hug, and he farts on me.
Wow.
Chad's been getting bullied since literally birth. That's sad. Number 3 and 4, though, kind of a toss-up. Actually, no, it's not. Number 3, fucking Tyler Ennis, dude.
Oh,
Did not like him at all. Hated
He was
Tyler
good.
Ennis. He was
He was
good.
pretty good.
That team started 25-0. People forget. And then my last player, Buddy Boeheim. He's already in there. I hate him.
Wow.
To play against him
Wow.
and his brother, I hate both of them. Oh my god! But good for them. They've been kind of going off. He's been a good player, so I'll give him that. Yeah, we got off track a little bit. John, you got anything in the news for us today, or is just Syracuse?
You know, I'm still trying to figure out if I like Jared Dudley or not. I definitely love what's happening in that series. I wanted to see it go to like 7 games, but there's no shot. I just love the banter that they're throwing him and Simmons, little Jimmy Butler in the mix. He looks like he could
Jimmy
really
Butler
get
could
to
kill
someone.
you. So
I
could Mike.
didn't want to say. I was
So
trying to
could-
think of a way to politely say Jimmy Butler could kill someone, but yeah, I guess we'll just say
He's
it.
a mean dude. Also, on that note, last thing I want to say is, I hate Embiid more and more every game, dude. He's such a clown. I used to kind of like it because it was funny, but he is such a clown. Very, very good player, though. Can't fault that. Anyways, we're going to jump into the NHL now, I believe. Playoffs are in full swing. We already have a couple sweeps, which we talked about last week. Chad, do you have a little update on the other series for us?
I do. So my Columbus friends here they're excited. They're very interested to see who they're going to get this coming week, which is still up in the air. But at the moment, Carolina actually just went final. Carolina beat Washington 5-2. That sends it to Game 7, correct?
That is correct.
Yes, it does.
All
In
right.
Washington, the home team has won every game of the series. So the script is going to read, Chad. You want to do a prediction now?
Yes.
What do you think?
And
Is
I'm
the home
going to
team going to win every game this series, or is Carolina going to upset them?
They are going to win every single game, the home team.
The new kids on the block going home, says Chad.
Yes, sir.
You know what? That makes me love. Give me the Hurricanes and that storm warning, storm surge. Take notice, take storm. Whatever.
I do love myself some Sebastian.
I do
love myself some Sebastian Aho.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
Mraz lighting it up in net. Been stellar.
Then the other game, which currently 8:50 left in the second period, it is 1-1 between Nashville and Dallas. And that currently Dallas leads 3-2. So this is a big game because Nashville is one of the favorites in the West.
And I'll tell you what, I'm watching this. You might get some live commentary. You guys might be treated, you might be tickled a little bit by some live commentary this game. It's a big one. It's tied, as you said. Nashville doesn't want to go home. They got to play desperate.
This game's in Dallas tonight, then, I'm assuming?
It is in Dallas.
So who do you got?
I've been learning, or not learning, observing. I feel like home ice advantage means a lot in the NHL compared to some other sports.
Unless you're Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Tampa Bay was just horrendous.
I mean,
I don't want to talk about them.
It's made a huge difference in some of these series, and some it hasn't. Like the Winnipeg series, I think the road team won every game, except the Blues won at home to close it.
Well, my roommate, new prediction. He thinks the Blues are going to win it all. What do you have to say to that?
They're good. They're good.
I did not
think. Yeah, they were the hot ones coming in. I didn't think they were going to beat Winnipeg though. But they're dangerous.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but at one point this year, were they not last in their division?
They were.
Beginning of December, they were last, and they had the least amount of points in the NHL.
Yeah, so they're hot, and they still got my guy Tarasenko. Tarasenko's a beast.
They just look so desperate out there, and that's why they're so good. They're flying around. They want to win. They look cohesive. What it is? They're scary right now.
Ryan O'Reilly just wants to give a big fuck you to Buffalo, I think.
Dude, it's the same. And it's the same with Carolina. That's why I think they might win. I think they might actually take that Game 7. Those two teams are similar, though. They came in hot. They're playing well. Forget about the Avalanche, too. They just took down the Flames. Shit, they're playing as well as anyone.
Right?
McKinnon. Yeah, this is incredible. It's been an incredible playoff.
Top two
the
seeds
Islanders
in the NHL are out.
Took the Penguins down. I mean, all the teams you thought would be there aren't. It's very exciting.
So give me your prediction, John and Connor, and I'll go last. Who wins it all at this moment in time? Who do you think is hoisting the cup?
You just threw the kitchen sink directly to the temples of my head.
Another concussion.
I am going to get a concussion trying to pick who's going to win this.
Svechnikov.
I have been Svechnikov.
Yeah. Okay. So remind me what series are going on right now. We got Carolina, Washington 3-3. We got Dallas and Nashville playing now. And then is San Jose, Las Vegas over yet?
No, it's tied 3-3. They're going back.
And then we got Boston and Toronto tied 3-3 as well, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I guess we'll go.
Columbus advanced, Islanders advanced, Avalanche advanced.
That's it,
Is
right?
that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we'll start with that Nashville-Dallas series. I'm going to take Dallas in that one. I think they're going to win tonight, honestly. So this could be wrong by tomorrow, but I still think they're going to take the series.
So they would play, or let's pick that series first. So I agree. I think Dallas will wind up beating Nashville. John, are you in agreement with us?
No, I think that Nashville's going to come back and win the series. Which
Okay.
just could be wrong at
Ferentz
any
is a
minute.
Nashville guy, correct? Victor
What?
alum, Nashville guy, David Ferentz.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So the next
Nashville.
round there we have John has.
You know who's a big Nashville fan?
Who is?
You know who is?
Morgan Freeman.
No.
John Cheadle.
Valued listener.
Who?
Valued listener. A valued listener is a big.
Is it
Maria
is his
Sharapova?
name Matt Marza? What's that kid's name? Matt Marza?
Matt
Shout
Barzula,
out, dude. I've been hearing some great stories. We gotta meet sometime.
He's a guy. No, Alyssa likes Nashville.
Who? Oh, Alyssa Falls. Shout out Alyssa. We gotta meet at some point too.
Yeah,
John
I
gets
actually
nervous,
need to
but
meet
we
the
gotta
love of
meet
my
at some
life. Yeah.
Chad, you gotta park the car, dude.
Lock
But
it up.
No, shoot.
Park the car, dudes.
She's too good for me. I know it. Toronto and Boston. Who do you guys have tomorrow night?
dude, I have strong feelings. I hate everything Boston. Give me Toronto, please, dude. Just if Canadians are as nice as people say they are, please.
Yeah,
So I got
what do you
Toronto
think?
by a million. I also love Austin Matthews.
Chad, what do you think?
I hate Boston. I have Toronto 5-1.
Wow. So Calgary got bounced. Winnipeg got bounced. The last Canadian team left is Toronto, and I'm gonna say they're getting bounced. I'm gonna go opposite of you guys again. The Bruins are gonna win.
Dude, screw you. That's such a safe pick. That's so Boston. Boston sports always win, man. What are they selling? They're selling chocolate. Oh my god, I hate Boston so much. That just made me go into a SpongeBob rant. I don't even know what that was. I had an aneurysm talking about it. I Shvitsnikov myself, went into SpongeBob mode. That was scary. I might need some help.
He played tonight, right?
Huh? SpongeBob?
Did he play tonight, Chad?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, Shvitsnikov?
Well, welcome back, Svishnikov.
What a guy.
What's
the next series we got?
We have another Game 7, Vegas and San Jose.
I like Vegas. They like to party.
I'm going Vegas as well.
San Jose was my... Go ahead.
Go ahead. You got it.
San Jose was my sleeper pick from when we first talked about the playoffs. I'm going with San Jose, and I have San Jose winning the cup.
Whoa, with Martin Jones and net.
You're damn right.
He saved about 58 shots last night. They had no business winning that game. Give me Vegas. I think they're going to be pissed off, desperate, and I think Fleury's going to light it up. He's going to allow one goal.
Wait, San Jose's in Canada? No, it's not. Never mind. Scratch that. Pretend like I didn't
Geography
say
with Chad. San Jose in Canada. That.
All right. Who do you guys have as your picks for the Stanley Cup
last
champion?
game, we got one game left.
What game?
Hurricanes Capitals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Predict it. We kind of did. I said the Canes are going to win. You said the Caps are going to win.
I said the Caps.
I was going to say the Caps, so I don't really have too much to add. I just think that's a seasoned team that's going to get it done.
I agree.
Okay. So we're very different. Chad,
Yes.
did you make note of that?
I did. In my head.
All right, good. All right, well, hey, we'll see what happens.
I guess we will.
I love the NHL playoffs. I just want to reiterate
There's
that.
nothing better. It gets me a tingle.
So let's.
Hold on, real quick. It's crazy. The crazy thing is I straight up don't think I watched the full regular season NHL game, and I find myself just tuning into every playoff game.
You absolutely love it.
That's.
I don't have a favorite team. I don't root for anyone. I just like to watch the sport.
Dude, you gotta be a Bufftown guy. You gotta be a Bufftown guy. It's fun to like losing teams.
Listen, but yeah, you just heard what I said. I don't watch regular season hockey. If the Sabres make the playoffs, I'll root for them. You can count me in, but I don't think that's happening anytime soon.
If the Sabres ever make the playoffs, we're going to every home game.
Oh, wait, actually, can I change my... Oh, wait, no, that's Columbus. I was going to change to Carolina. I got them confused. Because I'm all in for this trip to Columbus for the Stanley Cup. We're all in.
I'm all in.
Yeah.
I'm already mentally booked my flight.
We're on the wagon. We're on the wagon.
They just need to get there. We are officially a Columbus Blue Jackets
podcast.
Also, this is a plug for anyone that has a house that can be rented for the week of the Stanley Cup. I'm unsure what week that is, but we need a place to stay when we come to Columbus because Chad's got
we still have my place through August, so we're good.
Why did you text me that we had to,
Connor, you look me in the eyes right now. Connor, if the New York Islanders make the Stanley Cup, I'm coming over.
And I hope they move it back to the Coliseum.
Nassau.
Yeah. That's a big deal around these parts these days. Everyone's up in arms because they're not playing in Nassau.
Everyone's fucking furious about Barclays being the host this
That's
series.
just Barclays being like, oh, let's make some money off of a team that people love and die for.
Throw up. I'm about to throw up. I have concussion. I'm about to throw up.
Just pull trig. Shove the finger way down the throat. Just pull trig.
Kids, don't drink. That's what happens.
So, is there any series we haven't touched on yet, Chad? I think we hit all of them, right?
We did. So I just need Stanley Cup picks from you two. I already declared San Jose Stanley Cup champs.
Who do you got them playing?
I have them playing Toronto.
It's risky.
Wow.
Toronto might not.
That is a bold Stanley Cup.
Yeah, I know.
That is a bold Stanley Cup.
I didn't think that one through too much, but I'm
Connor. What do you got?
I mean, give me Columbus. I have to. We gotta root for Columbus at this point. I'm all in on them. I got Columbus versus. Give me. I like Vegas again.
Wow.
Dude, this is crazy because I feel like you could pick any combination here and be like, all right. Like any of us would be like, all right, no one's gonna hate it with who's left. It's literally anyone's game. I don't know who to pick.
The Western Conference is just an absolute crapshoot. Like, I feel like I'm drawing sticks.
Same with the East at this point.
It's a mess. Here's what I'm gonna say. Give me there's two teams I would love to pick from the East. I want to pick Columbus and the Islanders, but I can only pick one. We're gonna come back to that.
Should we petition the NHL for a rule change? East versus East Stanley Cup. I don't know how that would happen, but we need it. Then we could go to Columbus and New York. It'd be like
flying back and forth.
I'm taking the St. Louis Blues out of the West. They're locked in for me. Dude, Tarasenko's a beast. Binnington and net. He's been the best goalie of the playoffs, I think. So give me St. Louis.
Speaking of goalies, that guy from San Jose was on his head last night.
You know what? Give me Martin Jones. Yeah, he stinks. I don't know where that came from. It was crazy. It was an unbelievable performance. St. Louis, Columbus.
Let's go.
Give me that matchup.
I have a friend at work that lives in St. Louis, or he's from St. Louis. He said it's a phenomenal time. We could potentially make a trip down to the south. You know what I'm saying?
I'm pretty much down for any Stanley Cup game with the guys at this point.
Dude, if they're in Nashville, we may not survive.
So basically, if any team makes it at this point, we're going to the Stanley Cup.
I think we're going to the Stanley Cup.
We're not going to Vegas. I can't afford that right now.
San Jose could be pushing it.
Dude, you know how far the Stanley Cup's in like 2 months, I swear. It's like forever from now. It's like in June. It's like early June.
I think you're right. So we got some time to save up. I'll buy some Amazon stocks.
Okay.
There you go.
You see that? That was nice.
Yeah, I know. That was beautiful. So, are we going into NBA now, or do you want to tittleize ourselves because we got a few NHL games we got to deal with as well?
You're gonna twist my arm. I'll tittleize.
Yeah, we could do that. I mean, I'm getting smoked,
titillate.
so like, let's just get this over with.
Let's get titiful right now. Shout out again, Mrs. Powers, the #1 fan of the titillation segment. We love you, Mrs. P. Hope all is well.
If anyone's looking to sponsor the titillation section, we're looking for it. It's our trademark and our bread and butter at this point, so we're looking to monetize.
Yeah, we're looking for a 4-year commitment, $20,000 a year. Like you pay us, not us pay you, of course. It could go a long way. We could I don't know. This could pay for our trips for the Stanley Cup, honestly.
We accept payment in Trident layers.
Or Amazon stock.
Yeah, hold on. So, go ahead.
Okay.
And I just threw Connor out before we even started. He's got a mental pretzel right now. Chat with
all right, this week, the Machu Picchu titillations. Tomorrow night, the Vegas Knights, the Golden Knights at San Jose. What is San Jose's mascot?
Sharks, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Just picked him to win the Stanley Cup. You know,
Dude, that's like when he picked Jarrett Culver to make his all-tournament team. He didn't know who he was.
Money line, John. We need a money line. And it is 34-21 John right now.
It's got to be close to even. Vegas minus 120.
I was going to say, whoa, Vegas minus 120.
Yeah.
It's in San Jose, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Give me San Jose minus 125.
John, what'd you say?
Vegas minus 120.
It's even.
Oh, he won by... Oh!
Oh! Dude, didn't I said it's going to be close to even.
Yeah, we went the opposite sides. I got greedy there. I was trying to hit it on the head. I should have just boxed him out at even. I'm angry. That's poor, horrible strategics. That's probably why Dave always beat me in Stratago. He'd probably be hype about this. The kid was such a prick playing that stupid board game. I'd go to his cottage. I'd just be enjoying a nice day in the sun. He'd be like, "Hey, bro, you want to play Stratego?" I'm like, "Sure, we could play, Dave." And he beat me most times. I get pissed off because I hate losing that ginger. All right, we're gonna move on. Sorry, I got a little tangent right there.
Can you calm down? Thank you.
I had to get some anger out after that horrendous.
Nashville cannot score on the power play. Just a live update. My analysis of the Dallas-Nashville game 6 here. Is this game 6? Yeah.
All right. Toronto at Boston. Connor, you're up. Money line.
I'm gonna take Toronto minus 105.
Toronto minus 115.
No, it's Boston minus 135.
Wow, they're heavy favorites.
Oh, they're at home, aren't they?
Yeah, but still, so is San Jose. Just saying.
So, no, damn it! I thought Toronto was at home. That's why I said that.
Hey, who's in a mental pretzel now? You little dweeb.
I am in my own mental pretzel. Connor wins one because John is being negligent. I'll throw out the N-word. Oh, I shouldn't say that.
Negligent. Arrest him.
Shout out to vocabulary. All right. Brooklyn at Philly tomorrow night. Not a money line, just the normal line.
What? Me? Am I up?
Yes.
Brooklyn at Philly. Philly by 8.5.
Connor doesn't need to guess. John's on the ball.
He's back. Sharp as an arrow. You love to see it.
Because I know when you get it right. Because, like, I have a number in my head, and when you go first, I feel like that's when I have a good grip on it, and you just hit it, and I'm like, damn.
Woo. All right.
Sweating a little bit.
San Antonio at Denver.
Series is 2-2.
I already have a number in my head. Connor, you got to be better.
Denver by 1.5.
Denver by 6.
Denver by 5.5.
Nice.
And
one. There's a higher seed. It's a 2 and a 7. What are you thinking, Connor? You're asleep. He's asleep at the wheel.
OKC.
Am I up 3-1 today?
Yeah, OKC at Portland.
As usual. Portland's at home. You know what? Give me Portland by 6.
Portland by 4.
Portland by 3.5.
Wow. That was a good one to get back for you. I'm happy for you.
So it is now 37-23, John.
Hey, it's first to 50. That's I just want to remember. I just want to remind everyone of that. First to 50. We got a lot of game left.
I'm waterboarding you right now.
You are. I got waterboard a couple weeks ago. Did I tell you guys that?
Chad, I'm honestly getting concerned with what you do at college. You're not even in a frat and you're getting waterboarded.
No, I told them it was a myth, so they're like, "All right, let's test it." So we tried it. I was choking up water.
Do you know how oxygen and breathing works?
You're literally asking for it.
Yeah, I was asking for it. I told them I would just hold my breath, and
you're an idiot.
You're an idiot.
Do you know how breathing works? Like if you hold your breath, eventually you can't breathe. That's literally what water breathing is.
That's so funny.
Thank you. I try. I really try.
Can you imagine Chad in Guantanamo Bay?
I would tell him all the secrets.
You would like think they were buddy while he's getting waterboard. He'd be laughing until he died, I think.
Probably.
Yeah, be a good time.
It happens.
Wow.
It's all for the fans.
So we should probably get into NBA since those playoffs are also going on.
Association. The association.
Association. So we had a couple games tonight. Our first one was Milwaukee and Detroit. Milwaukee currently holds a 10-point lead with 9 minutes left in the fourth. Looks like they're going to complete the sweep. And then we got Houston and Utah later tonight. Should be a good game. Go Houston.
I'm really excited for that one. There's a small chance, very small, minimal chance I stay up for the end of it, but the Rockets are going to sweep them tonight. They're going to take the game.
And then we don't have any series complete yet at this point, although a few of them are getting close. We talked about Philly and Brooklyn earlier. Philly is up 3-1, and they're going home to complete the series. That game tonight, Houston and Utah, Rockets are currently up 3-0, so they could complete the sweep. And then we got Portland up 3-1 on Oklahoma City, and we have the Warriors up 3-1 on the Los Angeles Clippers. And then the Toronto Raptors are currently up 2-1, I believe.
No, it's 3-1. 3-1 on
Orlando. Sorry, on the Orlando Magic.
And you lied, Connor. You lied. The Pacers got swept by the Celtics.
You're right. That series was so irrelevant to me. That just shows you that.
Dude, none of these series are close. I think they're all pretty much all but formally settled at this point in my brain.
San Antonio is 2-2 right now.
Okay, that's the only one that's not.
But I agree. This is typically how the first round goes in the NBA. The higher seed usually wins by a lot.
Yeah.
Is there any that really stand out to you upon first glance?
I would say I think San Antonio can win the series against Denver. I was not a fan of Denver the whole year, and I didn't think they would make it very far in the playoffs. So I actually have San Antonio winning this series.
I'm extremely impressed by the Trailblazers. I think that they're going to be a problem in the next round. Who do they play in the next round?
It depends, because the way the NBA playoffs works is the higher seed always gets the lowest possible seed, if that makes sense. So, like, if the Warriors win and for some reason the Nuggets lose.
Portland's the 3.
Yeah, so if the Warriors won and the Nuggets lost, they'd be playing the Spurs. But if not, they'd be playing the winner of the 4-5 matchup, which is very interesting because it's going to be the Rockets. So we could have a Houston second round game if the Nuggets.
Houston also won what's probably going to end up being James Harden's worst game of the playoffs on the road in Houston. So I think they're going to take care of business tonight.
They are playing very well right now.
Yeah. But I mean, you got Harden in there. You got to win that. That's an easy win.
The guy didn't even know he shot 0 for 15 to start the game. That's how unconscious he is shooting. He just chucks and chucks and chucks, and he scores a lot of buckets. So props to him. On the Portland series, though, they have by far the best backcourt in the league. I'm not afraid to say it at this point. Dame Lillard, arguably the most clutch player in the NBA right now. And I am so damn disgusted with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Wait a second. Hold on. You're telling me you're taking
Curry and Thompson, yes.
Are you out of your mind?
I'm taking them over Curry and Thompson strictly as a backcourt.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it, Connor. I really don't.
Listen, Durant is without a doubt the second best player on that team. Thompson, listen, he might be better. He might be better overall, but right now he's not doing nearly as much as McCollum is.
Give me Clay over McCollum any damn day of the damn week.
People sleep on
Shout out. Yes, they do. August 15th, 2018. Never forget Jennifer Williams. Win a playoff game, then talk. CJ McCollum. I'm trying, Jennifer. Jennifer, I know you're listening. He's won 3.
Yeah, she's arguably the mastermind behind the Portland Trailblazers' success. But talking about like players interacting with fans and media, the Thunder just absolutely disgusts me right now. You're going to just go out there and you're going to lay egg after egg. You get one win and reporters try to ask you a question. You're just going to tell them next question every time. Suck it up, Russell. You're my favorite here, dude. You're acting like
That's
a damn
embarrassing.
baby. Yeah,
It's a real bad look.
that really made me mad. And it's starting to rub off on PG, which I don't like, and they're losing, and everything is going bad. Billy Donovan's going to be out of there next year. Westbrook might want out at some point. I don't know.
Steven Adams is a unit, though.
I love Steven Adams.
He's a GD beauty is what he is.
Listen, if I could have one best friend in the world that I could just select, he'd be up there. That guy would literally have your back no matter what, and he's hilarious, and he's a
luscious
massive
locks, too.
feeling guy. Yeah.
Just a big
what's
guy.
not to love about
Sturdy
him?
foundation.
Fun fact that people don't know about Steven Adams, I believe he's like one of 16 or 17 children, and no child is below 6'5". Sorry, 6'2".
I'll tell you what.
The average size of that family is 6'2". He has a sister that won a gold in the shot put.
If I'm an NFL scout, and if they do this, they're going to need to imburse me. Imburse. If you have never been previously imbursed, you just say imburse me instead of reimburse me. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds right.
If I paid for you, it would be reimbursed. But all right. So an NFL scout, feel free to use this. You can imburse me later. If that's not a word, it's I just made it. So that's another 7th round trademark. So imburse me later. Get yourself down in New Zealand. There's some big men there. They can probably play football.
They can play rugby. Yeah, they can definitely play football.
I mean, I'm just saying, give it a look. It couldn't hurt. It really couldn't hurt.
You're really gonna tell me that they haven't already been down there? You're telling me they just completely...
And I'll be honest, I don't know. New Zealand, here's another country I'll throw out there. Do you think Bermuda produces athletes?
I was always under the impression that no one could live there because of the Bermuda Triangle.
I'm going to be honest. I'm so
I've been to
confused
Bermuda.
by this conversation right now.
Chad, you have proven time after time that you are mentally...
Wait a minute.
John,
What happened with that Bermuda Triangle? I haven't heard about that in a few years.
So ships go there and they get lost.
That's where it wants to be. The Bermuda Triangle and IKEA are plotting. They don't want you to know that they're like, there's still a thing, right?
But Jeff Bezos is still calling the shots.
And you know what? I would throw Jared Dudley in the same company. And here we are. We've come full circle.
Steven Adams,
this episode title, and you're going to see it. You're going to be listening. I don't know. We're about 30, 40 minutes in, maybe. The episode title is going to be The Bermuda Triangle, Jared Dudley, and IKEA walk into a bar. You love that.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I don't have much left to say on the Thunder. They disgust me. It's really hard to watch right now. I thought they had some momentum after they won Game 3, but I've given up hope. So if they come back and make my week, that'd be awesome. Other than that, there's no real series we got to talk about. I mean...
So I got one question NBA related. If there's one team you guys had to pick to win it all outside of the Warriors, who would it be at this point?
John's going to say Portland. It's going to be disgusting. Give me Milwaukee.
All right.
That's
a good pick.
I would literally say there is a better chance of the world ending in 3 days, but give me Boston. Actually, I can't do that. I can't. I know. I changed my mind. Reboot.
That's not. Is that even legal? Was that even legal? What you just did?
No, I'm rebooting.
You just fired off a take. You just pulled that take out of your backside, just fired it off, and they're like, "Nah, I'm just kidding."
AJ, reboot, but don't give this sound effect.
This is your question. How'd you ask the question and not have an answer prepared?
I don't, because I
just pulled it. You just took it off the board. You just shredded it.
No,
you ripped it to pieces.
It is Utah.
It's unacceptable. What the hell is that? They're down 3-0.
Utah.
You say a team that we all right. We can take the Celtics. That's fine. It's kind of terrible, but it's fine, right?
No, I'm not doing
I'm just kidding.
No, John, God damn it, I'm not doing the Celtics.
You say Utah Jazz are down 3-0.
Yeah, I like Utah.
You actually mean that pick.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you think you're just laughing in the listener's face right now? You're telling the listener I think you are stupid.
1A for
no,
me.
I tell the listeners I'm better than them. I'm fine with that.
Answer 1A. Portland Trailblazers. Answer 1B. Toronto Raptors.
You can't have two picks, Jonathan.
Oh my God, Chad, take a laugh. Dude.
I can do whatever I want.
It's not a free country, dude.
You basically just laughed in the listener's face went to their homes, stole everything they owned, and then left.
Was there Amazon stock? Did I steal Amazon stock?
Well, you can't steal stock because it's not physical. You'd know that if you were.
There's certificates.
Yeah, they don't mean.
No, that's bonds. Fuck me. Never mind.
Dad, I want your roommate to tuck you in after this. You got problems.
It's way too sweaty right now. He's not going to want that.
Important news, though. John, you seemed like you were going to say something. You got any last words on the NBA?
No, I'm sick of it.
Yeah. So, more important news, the NFL draft, the National Football League. The draft is in 3 days. It is on Thursday, April 25th. And I am hella excited. The Falcons are picking 14 this year. And we are going to read off a mock draft, give a little analysis for you. We'll try to keep this brief, but the boys are fired up. People forget we're called the 7th rounders, which is a football. This is a big day for us, actually. This is our draft.
We are going to get an actual 7th rounder on this podcast. It will be our goal.
Listen,
and
for everyone listening, we need
full
forces ahead for whoever is the very last pick in the draft. We literally need him on the show.
I'm currently promising you a 7th rounder will be on this podcast. A real, in-person, a live, breathing, living human being 7th rounder will be on this podcast.
It may not be today or tomorrow or within the next 2 years, but at some point we will get him on or her on here. But let's go ahead.
Or her.
Yes.
Who's to say?
Can I say one more thing? I want to get Chad Kelly on the pod. I know he was the Mr. Irrelevant at one time. He seems like an absolute riot. Shout out Chad Kelly. Reminds me of Bam Margera. All right, go ahead.
All right, so I'll read the first 5 picks. If there's anything you guys want to say, just blurt it out. So this mock draft, according to Draft Tech, has Kyler Murray 1 to Arizona, Nick Bosa 2 to San Francisco, Josh Allen 3 to the Jets, Quinnen Williams 4 to the Raiders, and Devin White 5 to the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Out of those 5, I just want to say I think Devin White's going to be an absolute monster out of LSU. Guy ran a 4.4 40. He's a house middle linebacker, absolute stud. And I think Josh Allen's going to be a beast as well. I'm pissed off about all the Kyler Murray talk. Dude's a fraud, in my opinion.
I'll tell you what. Those 4 defensive players, Murray, I don't agree with him going 1, but I understand Kingsbury wanting his guy, whatever. They're irrelevant. We don't care. After he's drafted, we don't care. But those 4 defensive players, I wouldn't mind any of them. And I actually think that Bosa deserves to be the highest rated, but I think he'll end up having the worst career of the 4.
Really?
Between him,
I don't
Williams,
think that take.
Josh Allen, and Devin White.
So I'm still not completely sold on Josh Allen. I think he's got a lot of boom, but I think there's a pretty large bust side with him just because we haven't seen a lot of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I agree. I love him though, but
he's an animal.
I think the 2 best players in the draft are Bosa and Quinnen Williams. If Quinnen Williams goes to the Jets, him and Leonard Williams up front would be so scary. It's frightening to think about.
Williams and Williams. Williams squared.
The
Williams
Oh,
brothers.
my goodness. Outside
Johnson
of that,
and E. Johnson, a family company.
I've
That's a new
seen
sponsor.
Williams and Williams, the fat company. Devin White, I feel like there's a lot of different players that are being mocked to Tampa Bay at 5, so I wouldn't hold your breath on that one. But that's really all I got there. We'll go quickly. We'll do 6 to 10 and then 11 to 15 and call it a day unless we want to go through all 32 picks.
I think the Panthers pick at 16.
Okay.
So we'll go
Stop
up through 16, yeah.
Okay, so
That's half the league.
starting at 6, we have Dwayne Haskins to the Giants. We
Love
have
it.
Jawan Taylor to Jacksonville at 7. We have Montez Sweat to Detroit at 8. We have TJ Hawkinson to Buffalo at 9 and Drew Lock to Denver at 10. That would be the most Buffalo pick of all time.
I couldn't help but laugh. He's a very, very good player, but taking a tight end at 9 is like the most Buffalo thing I could think of. Either that or like a center.
Dude, he could be lethal with Josh Allen at Q.
Listen,
feel
I'm
like.
all for getting
That's
Josh
That's a big
Allen.
frame. They need a big frame with Allen's accuracy issues.
I do want to say the Bills did make a pretty good signing today, in my opinion. They signed T.J. Yeldon. I really like how they're putting some weapons around Josh Allen. They're all in on him. We're all in on him except for Chad, because if you remember, he had the most atrocious quarterback rankings ever. So,
but where's Yeldon gonna play? They already signed Frank Gore. Like, they've got 900. They got Ivory. They got like 900 running. Actually, I'm not sure if they still
Frank
have
Gore is
Ivory.
literally gonna play until his knees fall out of his friggin' sockets.
Frank Gore's 95. Who knows how many carries he can handle?
Tank, dude.
But
Anything else there? I mean, Montez Sweat at 8 seems. I don't know. I've seen him more in the 10 to 20 range.
He's gonna be a stud.
if we're speaking about just pure physical specimens in this draft, him and Metcalf have to be 1A, 1B. That guy ran like a 4.3 40 as a defensive end.
Sweat's gonna be a friggin' beast.
Absolutely.
He's like, I think he'll be like Cameron Wake. Chad.
And then what? I don't compare anyone to Cameron Wake. How dare you? Drew Lock at 10. Thoughts there?
Absolutely love it. I think he's gonna be a beauty in the league.
I think Drew Lock is
I'm high on Drew Lock.
He's literally a modern day Jake Locker or Blaine Gabbert.
Oh,
he's just got an absolute cannon of an arm. Good looking dude out of Mizzou. And I just think he's gonna be a bust.
You guys are on board with Haskins at 6?
I'm all in on Haskins.
Yes.
I think he's the best QB in the draft.
Okay. All right, we'll go 11 to 16 now. We have Ed Oliver to Cincy at 11, Andre Dillard to Green Bay at 12, Jonah Williams to Miami at 13, Brian Burns to Atlanta at 14, Rashawn Gary to Washington at 15, and Clellan Ferrell to Carolina at 16. So all three of our teams mentioned in that 11 to 16 range. Initial thoughts?
Brian Burns, dude. Give me a break.
Who's Brian Burns? I'll be honest, I don't know.
Outside linebacker for Florida State.
Dude, he's literally one of these guys that has just skyrocketed up draft boards out of nowhere. And I'm so not.
That's the kind of player I want nothing to do with.
Nothing. It's like, oh, he had a great pro day. It's like, there's a reason you had him ranked lower going into last week.
He was top 3 in the fucking 3-cone drill. Shoot him up there to the top 15.
That scares the hell out of me. I hope they don't pick him, but knowing the Falcons' history, they're going to take a pass rusher. They pick one every year, and none of their guys work out. Like, Vic Beasley had an insane year, and then he just disappeared.
Yeah.
And then Takk McKinley, the things I know about Takk McKinley, dude. Takk McKinley is just he still has the shot to live up to his potential, but he's just not an every down guy yet. So I really hope they don't take this guy, Brian Burns, because I literally heard about him yesterday. I really want Ed Oliver to fall to the Falcons, to be honest, pair him up with Grady Jarrett.
It's a good player. He could be something similar to Aaron Donald.
Yeah, that's what I've been thinking.
It's a tough comparison to make, but
that's a bold one.
And the one thing the one thing I will say on the Dolphins pick is I've been hearing Jonah Williams is like one of the most elite offensive linemen to come out in a while. How's my guy?
You excited, but anyone's going to be happy.
Don't you dare say Richie Incognito.
No. How's my guy Laramie Tunsil doing? Remember the gas mask video that came out during that draft? That was outrageous.
He's a stud. He's a young stud.
Pro Bowler, right?
No, he missed out.
Dude, that might have been my all-time favorite draft moment just because it was hilarious, the timing of everything.
You remember the guys trying?
We watched social media blow up and him simultaneously fall down the board. There's nothing like that in the draft.
That's a Dolphins pick, let's be honest. You got the coach doing cocaine.
He's a good player. He's a good player.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Do you remember the commentators just not like knowing how to talk about it? They were like, "This is a
gas mask,
sort of like mask. I don't know what he's doing." The guy's just lighting marijuana in everything.
Dallas just banged a shot off the post. That is a huge, huge break for the Nashville Predators.
So let me just go through the rest. I'm not gonna read everyone, but I'll just give you some notables. At 17, they have the Giants coming back after Haskins and taking Michigan linebacker Devin Bush. We have Tennessee taking tight end Noah Fant out of Iowa. We have the Seahawks at 21 taking A.J. Brown, the wide receiver from Ole Miss. And right after that, Baltimore taking DK Metcalf at 22.
Wait, that definitely would.
Other notables. We have Hakeem Butler, another wide receiver, 26 to Indianapolis.
I really like him. I just wanted to say that. He's my
And
second favorite receiver in the draft.
And the Patriots rounding out the first round with Marquise Hollywood Brown.
I pray to God that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I really don't want that to happen. So that's 4 wide receivers.
You know what sucks about the Patriots? Like, I'm literally just hoping guys don't get picked there because I cannot root for them. There's just guys that I'm like, please, no, don't go to the Pats. I don't want to root against you. Like, I like watching you play, and they just ruin it. They ruin everything for football. Oh, I hate them. But at the same time, I don't know what that there's going to be a void there when I don't have that hatred when they just suck, you know? I don't know what I'm going to fill that with.
That's a good question. I don't have an answer for you. But I would like to say this draft talk was brought to you by Rogaine for men.
Nice. So before we move on,
dude, so my mind's in a pretzel right now. Hold on. So I'm watching this Predators Stars game. I swear to God, the Stars shot went in the net, and I'm trying to figure out if they can review that. If it's gonna be 2-1, that shot went in the net.
Really?
Like I don't know if I'm bugging. Something's happening. I think I just got a second concussion of the night.
You got Svechnikov again.
Dude, I'm freaking out because I don't know what's going on. There hasn't been a stoppage since it happened. But continue, Connor. I'm going to figure this out and let you know.
Before we move on to the last call and wrap it up for the day, just want to hear your potential booms and your potential busts for this NFL draft. Any names pop out that you think are going to be absolute studs that are maybe getting slept on a little bit?
Yeah, I think Paris Campbell. I think he could wind up being the best receiver in the draft, and that is 100%. We said this from day one. This will be a biased podcast. I'm here to say this is a biased take right now, but I love Paris Campbell. If he gets in the right system and they just continues to improve, which I think he can. I think he can be more than what he showed at Ohio State. I think he could wind up being the best receiver in this class. For a bust, that's tough, but I don't know about Kyler Murray. Questioning that, especially as the first overall pick. But I think Arizona's in a pickle, you know? That GM is going to be fired if they don't take Kyler Murray and he has a big first year. He's gone. You can't pass on that opportunity.
But is he also fired if he takes him and shit just hits the fan?
That's what I'm saying. He's in a tough spot. I think either way he's in trouble. I think they've got to, at this point, they got to take Kyler. I think it'll be too big of a mistake if they don't. Although I think Haskins is better. But obviously a lot of people don't like him because he's been falling a lot of drafts.
So my boom, I'm going to stick with the receiver position. I love N'Keal Harry out of Arizona State. I think he's going to be the best receiver in the class. And we see year after year the best receivers that come out usually are in the second to fourth round, I would say. I feel like the first round guys have been busts recently. Calvin Ridley was a stud last year for the Falcons. Shout out that. But overall, I feel like a lot of the second, third round guys produce at a higher level. As far as busts go, I want to go a number of different ways. It's hard to say bust-wise because there's so many defensive prospects in this draft, and it's hard to evaluate, but I'm going to stick with Josh Allen. I think he's going to be a bust. All right, wow. I don't think he is going to be a bust. I think he could be a bust. Let me rephrase that.
Wow.
Okay. All
right. Well, I'm going to give you a couple of busts first and a couple of boomers because I think the boomers are more fun to talk about. I like Kyler. I think he could be one, but at the same time, I don't want to say him. I don't want to pick Burns either because we already talked about him. But I'm going to dive into a quarterback, Daniel Jones out of Duke. He might go first round at the end of it or early second. I just see Paxton Lynch. I don't know.
Okay.
It's hard not to. The comparisons are there.
Well, so, if you're taking him to be your franchise quarterback, I just don't know.
Oh, and you heard it here first. Drew Lock is going to be Blaine Gabbert. So don't pick him.
I hate it. And my two boomers, dude. Deebo Samuel, South Carolina. I think he's going to be the best receiver of the draft.
He's been shooting up draft boards.
He has been, deservedly so. He's a running back playing receiver. Excellent player. He can obviously return kicks. He was unbelievable in college. So one of the top 4 most electrifying players I've ever watched in person. He's going to be a great pick for someone. And then Joejuan Williams, cornerback out of Vanderbilt. He had the clamps in the SEC. People sleep on Vandy. I think he'll be a good – he could end up being like Casey Hayward, who also came out of Vandy.
Can I tell you, Vanderbilt, this year's Vanderbilt football team, shout out Kyle Shermer.
Yeah.
My favorite team to bet on maybe ever. I rode them every week. They didn't win many games, but they were real good at covering that spread. Really good. So keep an eye on the Vanderbilt football schedule next year. They come out and play. They're usually an underdog. They come out to play almost every week. Good program.
Dude, Kyle Shermer, I believe, is in the draft, right?
He is. He's. I think I saw he's projected to go like 4th through 6th. Probably a good spot for him. Maybe is his dad still coaching the Giants? He didn't get fired, did he?
Yeah, he's still coaching the Giants.
Yeah, he might take him late. Maybe get a little insurance.
Shermer, he's a good developmental pick late in the draft. I mean, he never had the weapons at Vandy, really, but he's the tools.
Yeah, he's a good
player.
Why
not? Take a shot.
Why not? So that about wraps it up for us. Any last words? Any parting words for the fans out there?
Yeah, I will part with, we'll eventually start as playoffs wind down, get into some other stuff, maybe some movies, a movie segment once in a while. Obviously, baseball we'll hit on. Just a quick update on fantasy. John and Chad have a big matchup this week of 2 500 teams. I am currently out to a 4-3-5 start.
In a predetermined agreement, the loser gets to punch, or the winner gets to punch the loser in the face.
Yes. Voigt with a homer and Yandy Diaz with a homer. And John has a homer from none other than Jeff McNeil. Both had pitchers go throw
First
6
innings. Year for Jeff.
6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs. So we currently have identical ERAs and whips. That's all I got.
Wow. Well, I'm currently sitting in second, so I'm enjoying it up there while I'm there. I really can't get to first. I find myself in second almost every year, and
my team.
It's wearing on me. John, I don't give a damn about your team. You can shut up right now.
18-18, very, very unexciting start. But hey, we're just hanging around. I usually start slow, so this is fun. I'm having fun. This is right where I want to be. I like to be
couple months of the season, you're like a little chimpanzee hanging from a branch the first couple months, and then you grow up, you climb the tree, and you're looking over the whole jungle. I
like to be bothered. I'm bothered right now. I'm right where I want to be.
Yeah, I don't really have anyone to shout out. I want to shout out Water. Honestly. Okay. I had a tough men's league loss tonight. We got smoked a little bit. I'm currently rehydrating. Electrolytes are depleted, so shout out Water and Gatorade.
I have one last shout out, and this is for John. It's for the Pyramids of Giza because AJ won't play it.
I took a pill in Ibiza to show Avicii.
Dude, I could do a whole nother show.
Well, folks.
That's a good song.
It's been an honor and a privilege, as always. We will talk to you next week. We love you, and goodbye.